Things have really changed in our country. Even though on paper, people are making more money than ever, you're not able to do much with that money anymore. With the price of everything skyrocketing, from the cost of living to cars, loans, you name it, everything has gone up. Your dollar just can't buy much anymore. People are done paying these prices. Unless it's absolutely necessary, they're not getting it. All businesses are feeling it. Numbers are down across the board. From fast food to new purchases on cars and homes, people just aren't willing to spend their hard-earned money on overpriced stuff anymore. And if you guys are new here, leave a like for the video, subscribe to the channel. I try to cover everyday things that we're all going through. If you're into that, subscribe. Let's get into it.
If I could give the young people that watch this video today one piece of advice, or even anybody that's 20 to 40 years old, or any age for that matter, stop going out and buying new cars. Don't buy a new car, and don't buy a new truck. See, I've owned probably 20 vehicles in my lifetime. I've done the buy it, drive it for a year, trade it in, lose $4,000 or $5,000, take that money, tack it onto the next vehicle, pay too much in interest. And if you look around your job or your town, you'll see everyone driving vehicles between $25,000 and $60,000, $80,000 for some of the trucks and SUVs. And I gotta say, it's very dumb. It's stupid. Everyone thinks they have to have a new ride, but the minute you drive that off that lot, within a month, and it gets dirty and you lose that new car smell, it just becomes another used car. I drive an 11-year-old RAV4, 170,000 miles, runs perfectly fine. And I still owe a little bit of money on it because I had financed it with higher miles. But I said to myself, after I looked at the payments on like a new SUV or a new truck, and there is no way in hell I'm going to pay $800, $900, or $1,000 a month for a SUV or a truck. First of all, you can't afford it. Second of all, it's stupid. Third of all, once you buy it, you're going to lose probably 40% once you drive it off the lot. So if you're a young kid, go on Craigslist or look on Facebook Marketplace. And I know that now with vehicles, you get the check engine lights, and they can be a real pain in the ass. But go buy yourself like a, okay, we'll bump it up a little bit, $2,000 to $3,000 to a $5,000 to $6,000 vehicle. Now my vehicle's 11 years old, 170,000 miles, runs like a top. So you can go out and buy a vehicle like mine, Toyota or Honda or whatever you want, but just make sure you check into it first. You don't buy something that's a piece of crap. But you probably could spend $5,000 to $6,000 on a decent vehicle that'll last you for years, and save up the money and pay cash for it, because you don't want to get stuck in those payments.
This house right here was just listed for rent for $5,900 per month. Unfortunately, this is the kind of greed we see destroying so many wonderful family neighborhoods here in the town I live in. And as you can see, it's just in a plain Jane, regular single family house neighborhood. According to the listing, in order to move in here, you're going to have to pay a $3,000 deposit. That's on top of your first month's rent of $5,900. So with a renting price of $5,900 per month, or about $6,000, that means to conventionally qualify, making 2.5 times the rent, you'd have to bring in about $15,000 a month, or over $175,000 a year to rent this single family home. It gets even worse. Now when we take a look at this listing, you see that it's just pretty much an average house. Doesn't have a beautiful view or anything special. 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,700 square feet. But if we scroll down, if you're the type of person that wants to have a dog, you can see here in the listing, they'll allow it, but you have to pay them a $1,000 fee and pay them another $1,000 deposit. That on top of the $6,000 plus the $3,000 deposit plus this $2,000 means $11,000 for you to move in for 1 month. And when I check other listings on Zillow, I'm surrounded in this neighborhood and the neighborhoods nearby by houses roughly the same size or bigger for between $2,500 and $4,000 a month. What do you guys think?
This is why millennials and Gen Zs are having a hard time buying a house. This house is listed for $425,000, and this is around the median home price. The payment out the door monthly is $3,100, and the median household income is $89,000. So this would cost about 42% of their gross income, which is not wise, and in most cases, they won't even qualify. But Freddie, look at this house. This isn't a starter home. This is luxury. But it was a starter home. Just 10 years ago, this exact same home sold for $228,000. And the monthly payment was just $1,400. So the median household income of $59,000 could get this starter home for just 29% of their gross income. It was beautiful. Today, to buy that same house, you would need a $130,000 salary for it to only be 29% of your income. So what's the other option if you don't make 130 but you make 89,000 as a median household income? You would have to buy a house that's only $280,000. Okay, but here's the problem. There's no homes available for under 300,000. The three that are in gray are actually townhomes. There is only one home in this entire area that's under $300,000. But when you look at 300 to 500, there's over 400 homes available. This is what happened to the housing market.
You're not going to believe this. This absolutely makes me mad. I just left McDonald's and I asked them, I said, how much is it for a large French fry? And she said, $4.39. $4.39 for a large French fry. And look at this. This is what I got. Not even full. It was laid over in the bag, not even full. And this is literally, that's not a good McDonald's French fry. I remember French fries from McDonald's and they used to be good. This is not that. And it didn't used to cost almost $5 for a large fry either. They're like $2 or something. I ended up having to download the app just to get these at a cheaper price, and it's absolutely ridiculous. I don't have to download an app to get some French fries.
We pull into Burger King, and I get a Junior Whopper. My husband gets a Whopper. Why is just a Whopper, not the meal, just a Whopper, $9? I can go to a damn restaurant, get a better quality hamburger with French fries for probably $9.99. Why the hell is anybody eating at fast food restaurants right now? I mean, we don't eat out at fast food restaurants very often, so I had no idea that a Whopper was $9 by itself. By itself! Never again. We will not be coming back to Burger King.
Ain't this the saddest shit you've ever seen? This is the local mall, and the shit, there's nothing here. There's nobody here. They're closing Journeys, this location. I was like, oh, y'all got some deals, and they're only giving out 15%. No, 10%. I'm sorry. Because all they're going to do is just ship it to another Journeys, right? But this is the local mall. This shit is atrocious. Like, there's literally nothing here. And it's been like that for years. Years. And I know most malls across America look like this. But, like, we had a mall culture. We had a mall culture, you guys.
It's actually crazy to me how expensive clothing has become in the last, 4 years. And the price just keeps going up further and further and further. Like, I'll see somebody posting, like, oh, Abercrombie's has a really great sale right now, and I go on there and the cheapest thing is still $40. When did $40 become the new $5? Because cheap to me means I'm getting a shirt for under $10, not for 25 plus. That's not cheap. That's not a deal. Why are we letting clothes that are not high enough quality to be charged what they're being charged? Their quality is not good enough for the amount that they're charging. This isn't 100% organic cotton that we're paying for. It's not some hand-stitched t-shirt. It's some t-shirt from an assembly line in a factory. Made of polyester. What are we doing? Why are we allowing this?
Let's see what this month's electric bill is. Last month it was $527, and that was before the snowstorm. $626.05. Unbelievable. $626 fucking dollars for an electric bill.
January 2025, she spent $352. A year later, it's a $694 price tag, almost double.
I can't afford this. I don't have that kind of money.
Stroud uses solar energy and heats her home with a heat pump.
That woman has solar and a heat pump and still got a $700 electric bill. Now, we're just starting to see a small trickle of electric bills that occurred during Winter Storm Fern come in. The two biggest ones I've seen is $2,100 and $1,700. I know I'm going to see more bigger electric bills in the following week or two. One, it's not going to get any better. It's going to continue to get more expensive, and this isn't going to be fixed for years, if it is ever.
You know, the older I get, the less crazy it seems to be one of those people that just run off into the woods and live off grid. I'm serious, because these price increases on everything, we just took a look. Everything is up across the board. And not a little bit. We're not talking a couple of dollars. People's average yearly costs have gone up thousands and thousands of dollars. Paychecks have not. They're only going to be able to fool us with this whole inflation thing for so long. People are going to start rebelling against this. You're going to see people becoming more frugal than they ever have been out of necessity. They have to. You can't keep paying these prices. It's one thing if just gas went up, which it is at the highest level it's been in 4 years, by the way, but everything has gone up. You can only cut a pie so many different ways. No wonder so many restaurants are closing down. Wendy's just closed down 30% of its location. Malls are dying. New car sales are way down. Who's paying $70,000 for a pickup truck? Who? The average price of a home in the United States is what, $450,000 now? 10, 15 years ago, that was a mansion. Now you're looking at a little 1,000 square foot home somewhere in Florida that's run down for $300,000, $400,000, $500,000. I'm telling you guys, this isn't going to be good. It's going to get a lot worse. People need to prepare. Anything that you can do. If you have any sort of backyard, grow some vegetables, get a deep freezer, buy meat in bulk. Any little thing that you can, you have to start preparing because this is going to get much, much worse. Hang in there, people. We're all in this together. We got to keep trying and figuring out ways to save this money and keep on living life. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.